Hello friends, welcome to Gatronics for you. Today we are going to start a new subject of the GATE syllabus for ECE and electrical engineering is the electronics device. As you know, this electronics device is the core subject for electronics and communication engineering, and as well as this electronics device subject is a very important part for the electrical branches for the ESE examination. So we can say that this electronics device, that is the EDC, in short we say that it is a EDC subject, and this EDC subject nearly gives 10 marks weightage for the GATE examination of ECE, and this EDC subject, which is named as the basic electronics, which comes in the electrical engineering ESE syllabus. So during this lecture series of the electronics device, we'll cover all the topics of GATE and ESE for electrical and ECE, and the weightage that is given is 10 marks. So you can say that this EDC subject is a very important subject for the electronics branch as well as the electrical branch, which is near about 10 marks weightage in the GATE examination for the electronics engineering, and about 20 marks weightage for the electrical engineering in the ESE examination. So in this EDC subject we will try to cover the GATE syllabus as well as the engineering service examination syllabus, ESE syllabus for ECE and electrical engineering as well. So in this lecture series of EDCs, you can see that the syllabus for GATE and ESE are near about same. There are some difference between the syllabus. So let us see what if we compare the syllabus of GATE and ESE, what happens. So this is the GATE syllabus of ECE, that is the electronics branch, and in this GATE syllabus you can see that first one is energy bands in the intrinsic and extrinsic silicon. This is one part. Second one is carrier transport and diffusion, and in this carrier transport there are diffusion current phenomena and drift current phenomena, and there comes the mobility, resistivity. This is another part. And the next part is the generation and the recombination of carriers, and another part is the Poisson's equations and the continuity equations. So this whole part comes under the semiconductor chapter, basics of semiconductors. We will cover all this. We will see the previous year questions also gradually. And the next part is the diode, that is the PN junction diode, Zener diode. This is the second chapter. So this part is the second chapter. Okay. And the third chapter is the BJT, that is the bipolar junction transistor. Then comes the MOSFET, MOS capacitor, MOSFET. And these LEDs and photodiodes and solar cells are the part of the second syllabus. This part is for the second chapter. So BJT is the third chapter, MOSFET is the fourth chapter, and this junction diode is the second chapter. And this LED, photodiodes and solar cells are the second chapter. Now comes the integrated circuit. So in the integrated circuit, that is the IC fabrication, oxidation process, diffusion, ion implantation, photolithography, and twin tap CMOS process. So this is the fifth chapter. So we can see there are first chapter, that is the semiconductor, second chapter is the diodes and the LEDs, photodiodes, solar cells, and third one is the BJT, and the fourth one is the MOSFETs, and the fifth one is the IC fabrication technology. So this is the GATE syllabus for the electronics engineering students. Now let us see the ESE syllabus. In the ESE syllabus, so this is the syllabus for engineering service examination for ECE as well as electrical engineering. So this is the basic electronic engineering part. So you can see there is a basics of semiconductors, then comes the diode transistor basics and characteristics, diodes of different use, and diodes of different use is nothing but the photodiodes, LEDs, solar cells, etc. So in this case you can see they are not mentioned any name of the diode. Now there comes the junction and field effect transistors, that is the FET, BJT, JFET, MOSFETs. Now there is transistor amplifiers for different types, oscillators, other circuit. This part, see this part, that is the transistor amplifiers of different types, oscillators and other circuit. This part of ESE will be covered in the analog circuit of GATE syllabus. And next comes the basic electronic basics of integrated circuit, that is the IC, bipolar MOS CMOS ICs, basics of linear ICs, operational amplifier and their linear and non-linear applications, optical sources, this one, optical sources and detectors, and basics of optoelectronics and its applications. So this part, that is the optical sources and detectors and basics of optoelectronics, is the new part in the ECE, that is not in the GATE syllabus. Another part is there in the ESE, that is the engineering service examination or IS examination, that is the advanced electronics topics. In this case part topic, we can see there is a VLSI technology. Up to this VLSI designs, this part is same as the IC technology in the GATE syllabus. So we will try to cover these things in the EDC series lectures. So let us compare the syllabus of GATE and IS. So first one, if we compare, then we can see, so there are semiconductors, first topic. Second topic is the PN junction diode. PN diode. Third topic will be the bipolar junction transistor. Next is the junction field effect transistor. Then comes the MOSFET, that is the metal oxide semiconductor FET. And after that it comes the IC technology or the VLSI technology. So if we see the GATE syllabus, we see that the semiconductor part is present here, as well as in the IES or ESE examination it is present there. PN diode is also present in the GATE as well as in the ECE. BJT is also present in the GATE syllabus as well as engineering service examination syllabus. But in the GATE syllabus there is not GFET is mentioned. So for GATE GFET is not required, but for ESE GFET is required. MOSFET is required for GATE as well as ESE, and the IC technology or the VLSI technology will be required for both GATE and ECE. So in this way we can compare the GATE and ESE syllabus. Another thing is that different types of diodes is another topic. Different types of diodes. Second one is the optoelectronics topic. So if we remember the syllabus, then we can say that in the GATE examination different types of diode is present as well as in the IES examination. But this optoelectronic syllabus is not present in the GATE, but it is present in the ESE examination. So we can say that this is the comparison of GATE and ESE syllabus as well as for different topics of the EDC. But in this lecture series, what we will do in the EDC lecture series, we will try to cover all the topics. That is, first one will be the semiconductor topics, all topics in depth. You have to understand the semiconductor physics in depth, because this EDC, that is the electronics device and circuits, are the core subject of the electronics engineering. So you have to understand this semiconductor physics. Then we will go for, so we can say this is the chapter 1, and in this chapter 1 there are several topics. We will go for that. Next we come for the diodes. This is the chapter 2. In this diode we will cover the basic PN diode. Then we will go for the special diodes. Both of them are in the GATE and ESE. There are different types of special diodes: impaired diode, chained diode, GaN diode, etc. etc. Next we'll go for the bipolar junction transistors. Then we'll go for the MOSFETs. Before that we will go for the junction field effect transistor. So it is our chapter 3, and this will be the chapter 4, and this is the chapter 5. Next we will go for the VLSI technology. This is the chapter 6, and the last one is the optoelectronics. This will be the chapter 7. So these are the chapters of this EDC syllabus. We will cover each chapter one by one. There will be a series of lectures for every chapter. Probably there will be 20 to 30 lectures for chapter 1. Similarly for chapter 2. And along with that, we will do numericals to clarify the concept. Because without numerical, we cannot perform well in the GATE or ESE examination. You have to do numericals, and in these numericals we will do the previous year questions also. So this is all about the electronics device circuit syllabus for GATE and engineering service examination. Hopefully this comparison of the GATE and ESE syllabus in the EDC subject will be helpful to you all. So if this video is helpful to you, then try to comment on the comment box and try to like it. And last of all, I want to say, please like this video and try to subscribe to our channel to get the updates of the videos or lecture series that is coming very soon. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you.